unwilling to go through slave and get rid of all your pleasures and stimulations, then there are a few other universal motivators which you can apply to your um, self-improvement. One is curiosity. Human curiosity is very strong. Get curious about whatever it is you want to do, or find a way to stoke your curiosity somehow. Another is competition. The rest of these require, or the next two require people. Um, Competition. It can be with yourself or past self or future self or something like that, but that probably won't work very well. It's with other real people that you like or dislike. You can have varying results depending upon your personality, but competition is your next one. It ties to power. Status, brotherhood, people that you're doing something for, people who will hold you accountable. That's why in the military you have all your, your boot camp, your brotherhood. It's people doing the mission with you. Um, that is a motivator. That is why after leaving the military, a lot of soldiers keep up with their their workouts and their routines and all their self-discipline. It's because they are part of a brotherhood. And if that bond was very strongly formed when they were in the army, when they were active, then it stays with them when they leave, and so they use that motivation to keep going. Fourth one is narrative. Essentially, the self-authoring program by Jordan Peterson. You write out you make a heaven and a hell for yourself, a thing you're running from, and a thing you're running toward. You write out what will happen if you get your if you do the thing, say working out, what the benefit will be, and if you don't do that thing, then what will the cost be. And you imagine yourself at the end. You really feel the emotion that you would feel once you've completed the task. You project yourself forward. It's like casting astral projection. You project yourself forward into that future where you have completed it. You feel that feeling, and believe it or not, that feeling actually compels you and motivates you, gives you the necessary motivation to move forward. So you can do it the hardest way, which is, in my opinion, the best way, and if you do that, you can earn the rank of Spartan, the title. But if you're not willing to go through slave and be in my inner circle of Spartans, then you can be curious about something. You can compete with the Brotherhood in the Great House. You can do it for the sake of camaraderie, or you can do it for the sake of narrative. You can use narrative to compel yourself. And narrative is a very useful one because it does not require other people. You don't need people to compete with and a brotherhood to be a part of, although those, in my opinion, are just as effective, if not far more, than a simple narrative that you write yourself. That can be effective, but it's hard to be self-motivating to even, it's hard to be self-motivated to even write out that narrative and, plaster it on your walls and look at it every day and remind yourself and feel that emotion over and over and over again. Really hard to do. Uh, so a brotherhood or people to compete with are it's a much surer way of getting of accomplishing your goals. And what's more, slave is just going through the stage of slave is just remarkable. It makes all of this so much easier to do. Not like slave is incredibly hard to do, but it takes away the difficulty from these other tasks. The hard part goes to slave, and the easy part goes to all the self-improvement stuff. It's easy by comparison. So yeah, you can do it. There's a place for everyone in this group. If you do what I say, follow me, and start implementing these, of course, with one-on-one direct coaching would probably be best. Then you can, there's a place for everyone. If you don't want to cut out all the pleasures in your life and go through slave, that's fine. You can do it out of curiosity, out of competition, out of brotherhood. And if you don't have me and you don't want to join the group, then that's fine. Just use your narrative. That's the free one. That's the one that I'm not going to monetize, is your narrative, because I can't possibly monetize that. People have been telling stories forever, stories to motivate themselves and others forever. So that's not my idea. But yeah, if you want to be part of the brotherhood, then check out the Patreon.